Okay, so moving on here to random selection. That was our first learning intention of the day, was learning what random selection is. So random selection, when we take a survey and we want to pick people randomly for the survey, we're randomly selecting people. That's what random selection is. So we had actually talked about in sampling all the different types of methods, of sampling methods, but in this unit, we are going to focus on the ones that are truly random. So we're not going to be using convenience or voluntary samples because those did have bias. Okay, so for this example problem, there are 80 students enrolled in an Intro to Stats course. You are to select a sample of 5. The question we want to ask, how can you select a simple random sample of 5 students using random digits found on the internet? Okay, so let's say you're given these random digits right here. And you're going to be asked problems like this a significant amount. So when you're asked problems like this is what you need to give as your answer. So a full credit answer, you're going to tell me the range of numbers that you're going to assign the students or the people in the sample. They're not all necessarily students, but you're going to give me a range of numbers that people are assigned to. Then you're going to explain how you're going to look at the numbers grouped on the number line. You need to explain whether or not you're going to count repeated values and draw a conclusion from there. So the first thing you're going to do when you are trying to randomly select 5 students out of a group of 80, right? There are 80 students, and everyone in the group needs to have an equally likely chance of being picked to be in this sample. So step 1, the first thing you're going to do is assign students a number. From 00 to 79. So every person is going to get one number. If I'm student 0, then I'm student 00. If my friend is maybe third in the alphabet, then they're 03. And my other friend is maybe last in the alphabet, they're 79. Okay? So every student is going to get a number. Then we have this list of numbers from the internet. This is just a random list of random numbers. So in order to determine what students are picked, we're going to group numbers on the number line by 2s. Hopefully that makes sense. Everyone has a 2-digit number, so we care about every 2-digit number here on the number line. So if I did that in this example, 05 is a number, 16, 62, 93, 05, 77, 48, and then we run out. So 2 is just on its own. Okay, so grouping numbers by 2's on the number line because every person in this case is represented by 2 numbers because we had up to 80 students. Okay, the next thing, do we want to count repeat numbers? We want to select 5 students as a sample from the stats class. Do we want the same person twice? No, we wanted 5 students. So we do not want to count repeats. We want to skip any repeat numbers because we don't want Miss Taylor's opinion twice. We want 5 different students' opinions. So we're going to skip any repeat numbers. So our conclusion here, in conclusion from this number table, if we follow the steps above, so our simple random sample is going to come up with the numbers student 05, then student 16, then student 62. Notice how the next number is 93. Is 93 in our range of 0 to 79? No. So that is not in our range. So we would skip that number. Then our next one is 05. But wait, we already asked student 5 their opinion. So we're again going to skip that. Skip repeats. Our next number is 77 and then 48. So highlighted, I guess I'll make it green because if I do it blue, the one will change to green. The green numbers here are those people in the class that are going to be surveyed. So if what I did is confusing, it is typed up in words at the top here. First, I'll number the students from 0 to 79. Taking the random numbers 2 digits at a time gives me those numbers. I'll ignore 93 because the students were only numbered up to 79. Also, to not pick the same person twice, I'll skip the repeated number of 5. So my simple random sample consists of students with the numbers 5, 16, 62, 77, and 48. So that is an effective answer for how you would set up a sampling method where you are going to sample 5 completely random students using a simple random sample.